Hello there, Jim Feist and Paul Bovi. We're here at a restaurant, Dom DeMarco's in West Las Vegas on Charleston. Great Italian food. My friend Albert Scalliot, who owns this, is not here today, or I introduced him online as well. Paul's in from out of town. Paul, welcome.
Hey, it's great to be here, Jim. Great to see you. Wonderful lunch here. Great recommendation.
Great Mediterranean salad, huh? With a
Absolutely.
little salmon on top of that, a little
salmon.
blackened salmon. It was
Yeah.
damn good. I'm taking chicken piccata home for dinner, so it should be a good night. Listen, Paul, we got some preseason games going on. We also have the start of college football. There's all stuff going on in golf. We talk about the NBA every day and Durant and where's he going and everything. There's always a lot going on in the sports world. What would you like to talk about right now?
You know what, Jim? Let's give the audience a couple preseason picks.
Okay, let's do it.
And we got a game, I believe it's tomorrow night.
Move it.
Okay, I believe it's tomorrow night. And the Texans take on the Super Bowl champions, Los Angeles Rams. And you know what? The Texans are favored by 2 points on the road, and there's a reason for that.
The Texans.
The Texans are favored by 2 on the road in LA.
Well, that tells you something right there,
SoFi
doesn't it?
Stadium, and there's a reason for it. Now, we know that in preseason you have to look at coaches and you have to look at their focus and how much priority they place on winning in the preseason. When you analyze Sean McVay, 17 preseason games dating back to 2017, and during that time, the Rams have failed to score more than 10 points 8 times, eclipsed 20 coming into this season 3 times. So he really doesn't put a priority here. They use their backup quarterback, Wolford. I believe the other guy is Perkins. Perkins over the last 2 years, 49 completions, 81 attempts, only 400 yards. I don't see the Rams scoring many points here. And on the other side, the Texans have a 3 solid quarterbacks. I mean, very.
And they got a new head coach.
New head coach.
Which is an old head coach, but he knows the game.
Yeah, Kyle Allen. Davis Mills, who was starter last year, and also Jeff Driscoll, who's 29 years old, been around the league for quite some time. So I think the Texans are going to dominate here. I do think they're going to more of a priority on winning, and I think the Rams are just going to mail it in. By the way, last point. Rams somehow managed to score 29 points last week in their win over the Chargers.
How'd they do that?
They exploded for all of 232 yards. Okay? So I think there's a little regression coming here, and I'm going to go with the Texans and lay the 2.
Can't argue with that. I mean, when the odds maker's telling you something right away, you got the Super Bowl champs at home as a 2-point dog to a team that basically can't win 5-6 games.
Right.
So, I mean, they're telling you something that the coach is obviously a little bit more focused. Excuse the phone. You know, we're in a restaurant, so things are a little bit fakakta. But
this was not planned.
This was not planned.
Very
We just
impromptu. And
so we're sitting here talking about
spur of the
sports,
moment,
and we said let's do something. You know, I'm gonna talk a little bit about a future bet. This is a long shot. Of course, everybody knows the Green Bay Packers dominate the division for tons of years. And the Minnesota Vikings are kind of a runner-up there. Not kind of, but with the Bears and the Detroit never in it, they are the runner-up. Well, this year I think it's going to flip. We got a new head coach in Minnesota, and he's an aggressive offensive coach with an aggressive offensive coordinator. And they have the talent on that team to do a lot. I'm going to tell you right now, I think Minnesota is going to win that division and move on in the playoffs. They're going to upset Green Bay. And Green Bay lost a lot in the offseason. We're not too sure if their wide receivers are going to be able to replace the people they lost. So there you go. You got 2 plays right there. Anything more?
Yeah, well, I'm going to just add to that. You know, you got question marks for Green Bay at receiver. On the offensive line, you got Bakhtiari coming off the injury. And then you got Runyon. He really hasn't been too effective the last few years. So you got protection issues. You got receiver issues there. And I have to agree with you on this. And this is put up or shut up for Kirk Cousins because
Oh, it
they
is.
gave
It
him
really is.
an absolutely huge contract. But look, they've got Dalvin Cook. They've got an arsenal of receivers here. And for the Minnesota Vikings, this should be it. Now, I will tell you this about the Vikings. They are changing their scheme on the offensive line. They're going from zone blocking to power. So there could be a little bit of a transitional, some transitional kinks coming out of the box. But I think as the season wears on, they should assert their dominance here and be a much better team than they were the last year.
I would agree. Well, Paul, thank you very much.
Yeah, Jim, it was great
Pleasure
to see
seeing you.
Thank
Good
you.
that you come in town once in a while to visit us.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you again real soon, folks. Good luck.